Banded together from remote galaxies are 13 of the most sinister villains of all time, the Legion of Doom. Dedicated to a single objective, the conquest of the universe. Only one group dares to challenge this intergalactic threat.
God, I love that intro. I can't get it out yet. I love it so much. You guys, what's up? It's Friday night. Welcome to 3 Men in the Basement. This is like the DC Teen Titans special. And if I'm coming at you, if I am Robin, to my right, who are you on the Teen Titans?
Beast Boy, baby.
Beast Boy, baby, right? And I know straight out of Jersey, we got Jason Todd, a.k.a. Nemesis Prime. What's up, buddy? How we doing?
What's going on, everybody? A live show, 3 Men in the Basement. We haven't done one of these since, what, Terrificon, right?
Terrificon, right, absolutely. So what's really cool about this is Titans dropped today, and Justin dropped the hammer on us and said, you must find time to watch this.
I don't care what you do. I don't care how much of it you watch, but I'm talking about it.
That's right. So you know what? We all did. I hope you guys watched it too. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we've got some things that we're going to talk about. But first of all, we want to pay some bills like we always do. So we want to pay our bills right now. And the first person we're going to talk about is Blue Label Comics. Our good friend Pat Ray. He's Blue Label Comics on the web, but on Instagram, he's CGC Blue Label Comics. He's got some great books. On Instagram, he's a little slow as far as uploading books, but on his website, he's got tons and tons of great books. So check him out. He's also coming to the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap. I hope you can make it. The details are in the description. Also, we want to give a shout out to the Green O who made these fat shirts for us.
That's right. That's right. That's my brother Dave.
Yeah, your brother Dave, right? And he made us these great shirts. And also, we have a local comic shop called Boom Tube Comics that he made some shirts for. And he is also the one who silk screened the 3 Men in the Base, or the Lords of the Long Box t-shirts. And speaking of Lords of the Long Box, I spoke to one of their sponsors, the Geeky Swag Shop.
Yeah.
Geeky Swag Shop is going to come to the swap.
Nice.
And that day, the swap is going to go from 1 to 5. And just so you know, if you order anything from the Geeky Swag Shop that day online and you put in a code 3 Men in the Basement, you'll get some type of discount, whether it's 10% or 20%. Oh, no, it's free shipping.
Free shipping.
Free shipping. So anything you order, anything you order from the Geeky Swag Shop during the time from 1 to 5 on September 21st, during the 3 Men in the Basement swap, you will get free shipping. So shout out to June. Hope he makes it and stuff like that.
He was there last year. So.
Yep, it was really cool. So we're going to talk about that. But man, we got lots of news to talk about. But anyway, Justin, how you doing, man? What's up?
I'm doing well, man. Let's see who's hanging out in the chat with us tonight. We got Dave in the Cave chilling with us. What's up, 3MIB? We got amazing Asian. Sup, guys? And of course, Dark Side Jedi, 1/4 of the Lord, 1/4 of the Lords of the Long Box, saying Trigon, and our boy TiVo, yo, butt lips.
Yeah, okay.
Got some other people. We got the Geeky Swag Shop is in here. Hey, we were just talking about you. My boy Eric Martin's here in Jersey. He shops at my local comic shop, so I'm glad that he could be on here tonight. So, yeah, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, I want to give one more shout out. We missed what we got. Crack the Mac. There we go, man. We like that. We like that avatar. And one more person we got down here. We got the man from Beantown, Ben, our friend.
All right.
So who's sitting
coming down again?
Yeah, I think he's going to come down too. So, we'll have a good time and stuff like that. So we're really looking forward to the swap. But we've got lots of stuff to talk about. And, I've tried to do reaction trailers, but I think I'm just not too quick on it, stuff like that. But the Joker trailer just dropped.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it got like a 10-minute standing ovation during the first screening of it. And they were talking about Best Picture, Best Actor, and all those other things. So
let's slow down, all right? Like, everybody just slow down. Well, it's a trailer.
Okay, right, exactly. Well, yeah. So what we're going to do is we are going to play the trailer. I've only watched it once, and I'll be honest with you, I watched it on my phone. I didn't watch it in detail. I know my son, Everett Joseph, he watched it in detail. He noticed some things. Justin, how many times have you watched the trailer?
I'm about 3 or 4 times at least.
Raj, how about you?
I watched it once, like on my phone.
Okay.
I was at work trying to do it quietly.
Yep.
Didn't work out so good.
Okay. So we'll see how it goes. So Justin, why don't we play this trailer and we'll see what's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna cue it up live, of course. So let's see. Of course, doing this on the fly, guys. Let's do it. We are gonna show it off to you right now.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you. This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
And finally, in a world where everyone thinks they can do my job, check out this guy.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
It's so awful, isn't it?
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
You think this is funny? Is this a joke to you?
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker? Send in the clown.
Yeah, all right. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty awesome from the music to the laughter.
Yeah, definitely got that laugh.
He's definitely got the laugh. You know, what's unique about all the Jokers is they all have their specific laughs and stuff like that. That looks dark. I really don't know what to expect. I mean, I don't know. It's just great, but I like the way and you know what I actually like too? I like the way they introduced him as a clown too, right? Because they often referred to him as the clown. Batman referred to him as the clown. Harley Quinn, Lex Luthor, stuff like that in the comic books. But I really thought it was really cool. How about you, Raj?
Yeah, definitely dark. I like that. I don't know. Maybe that's the way we were spoiled with things like the Titans and stuff, where it looks like it could be brutal, more brutal than what they show in the clips.
Right.
I think the Dark Side Jedi was saying they had a screening of the whole movie. I didn't realize when they said it was getting rave reviews.
Right.
I don't. You know, it looks like you're gonna like it. Hopefully, not all the good parts are in there.
Right. Right. Justin, what are your thoughts on that?
Sorry, guys. I think it's amazing. I mean, I'm trying to piece, I don't want to piece together so much of the movie itself. Like, I don't want to know what parts are. I kind of just want to go into it. But yeah, I mean, standing ovation for 8 minutes after the screening, talking about Oscar nominations. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I like what Ben just said. Ben just said it looks like they're doing a golden age version of him where he's deranged. Yes, I absolutely think that. I definitely think that. I actually think that they're bringing it back. The costume looks good. I think the makeup looks good.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, he's a great actor, man. And hasn't done a lot of things. So for him to come out, or he hasn't done a lot of things recently.
Right.
So for him to come out and do this is big.
Yeah.
Right. It's big. So, give kudos to all the past Jokers, Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and to see what they can do would just be amazing. But this is just another version of it. My son did see, and I didn't see it in there, that they showed what he thought was Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne. I didn't see that.
So he actually showed me the still photo of.
Okay.
It's almost like the Joker is coming out of a building and Bruce Wayne is leaving the theater with his parents.
Okay, interesting. As a kid, okay. So we'll have to see the way
That's
that
really
goes.
interesting, yeah.
I'll have to see the way that goes. But again, is this going to spike the first appearance of Joker?
Can you spike it anymore?
Really?
Yeah, come on. Where else are you going to go from there?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
It's not like that was the kind of book that didn't already have its whole
Yeah, the whole thing. The whole
Joker's
Valley and stuff like that. Even the Golden Age books, Justin, you would know this better than us. The Golden Age books are like classic Joker cover, this Joker cover, that Joker cover,
Yeah, right.
the Genie Joker.
Some of them are just
the
cover is iconic, let alone it's got no substances to first appearance or anything.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes, and I'm definitely excited for it. And
it's right around the corner too. I mean, it's October.
Right. I mean, we're going to be talking about it in 6 weeks. We'll be talking about what we thought about it. So definitely a movie that I want to see. So hold your spoilers, you guys.
Going to a Thursday show.
Yeah, right. Midnight. Absolutely. Very excited for this. But we do have a show that started today, the second season of Titans.
Thank God they only do one episode a week.
Yes, right.
I'd still be watching it right now.
Still be watching it. So we started watching it. Justin said it was going to pop, so we watched it. I watched it in the middle of school. I watched it actually again at the end of the day. Roger, when did you watch it?
I watched it about 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago,
after
right?
I had dinner and did some stuff.
Yeah,
sat at the kitchen table and watched it.
Just watch it, right? Eyes on it. And Justin, we got a little video we want to drop about this.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little preview video right now.
Okay.
You made the news with your old Titans friends. Some new ones too.
Titans are back, bitches!
That's right. The Titans are back, bitches. I mean, let me tell you, Jason Todd stole this episode, I think. I guess I wasn't collecting the time when Jason Todd came out and stuff like that, so I'm not a fan of the character stuff, so I don't know. But Justin, can you tell me, is the character that he's playing a good version of what you read in the comic books?
Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, he's never been in the Teen Titans. He was never allowed to be in the Teen Titans. So he hates Dick. So of course, not spoiling too much of the episode. Just the fight between him and Dick was amazing. As far as a action scene, and just Jason's just going to be in every episode. So he's actually a full-time throughout the entire season now. So you got the 2 episodes last season. This season you have him for the full show, full series, I guess.
All right. So let's do a giveaway right now, man. I mean, we've got a bunch of people in the chat. Cool. And I'm going to tease a little bit.
Did you say we're not going to do spoilers? Then what the hell did you make me watch it for?
So we want
to make sure you can talk about it a little bit.
I'm spoiling it.
We're not going to spoil it too much, but I mean, we can each get into it.
So we got some more people jumping in. We got Javier Salas in here. We've got Eric Martins is still here. We got Brick Hunter. So I'm going to do a little bit of Teen Titans lore. And because we just had a big 300 issue drop, I'm going to give away 3 books right now to the person who can answer this question. Okay. So I've got Spawn. This is 284. I believe this is the Matina cover. We've got the black and white. We've got the Virgin. And we've got the trade dress. All right. And we know that one of the main villains this season is going to be Deathstroke.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Right. Yes. Which we're finally, any version of this character is fantastic. All right. There were 2 first appearances in Teen Titans 2. And the first person to respond in the live chat right now that can tell me who the first 2 appearances were in Teen Titans 2, I will send these 3 books out to you because I'm all about giving away stuff. So, guys, in the live chat, tell me right now in Teen Titans 2, who were the first 2 appearances? So we'll wait and we'll see what everybody has to say. There's there are, Brick Hunter, 3 live streams going on. It's tough. But thank you very much for sticking with us. So, guys, in the live chat, just tell me what were the 2 first appearances in Teen Titans 2? So
I'm checking that out on the live chat. So, and I mean, we can kind of get into it, and I'll monitor the live chat. But Roger, tell me, what did you think of the episode? So,
first thing I thought of once it was over is that should have been the last episode of last season.
Correct.
I think that would have been a much better ending to last season than beginning.
Oh, and Darkseid Jedi got it. He is. Yep. He is correct. Trigon and Deathstroke in Teen Titans 2. That is absolutely correct.
All right, there we go. All right, Darkseid, Ryan, you got some books coming to you. See what happens when you hang out in the grotto.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Always have it.
Yeah, all right. Just send me your address. I don't think I have it. That's right.
All right, Roger. So get back into
so I think that the way they rushed through, I don't want to say rush through the character from the end of last season, but I think it just seemed like it should have been the end of last season instead of this first episode of this season.
Okay.
But it's almost like you go either way because the second half of the episode sets up this season.
Correct.
But usually that's what they do as the teaser, like this is the teaser.
Yep.
This is where they live now.
Yep.
You see him go down in his basement and you see You see the suit?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't care what version of the suit it is. Deathstroke is badass.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
It was definitely two stories.
Yeah.
It was definitely
two stories.
Okay.
And that's why I think that had they ended last season with this one, it would have made anticipation a little better, even though we already kind of knew that Deathstroke was going to be in it and all that. But knowing what characters are going in moving forward.
Yep.
And then you tease some of the other ones that we're going to see. The other thing I think is the timeline, because I'm not that familiar with Teen Titans and the whole hierarchy, but the age of Deathstroke and Batman kind of caught me off guard. I didn't realize they were old.
Oh yeah, Slade Wilson is definitely older.
They were old.
You know
Yeah, they were
I
old
mean?
men. And Batman too.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Was an old man. So.
No, and I like that was a pretty cool version of Batman. That was what's his name from Game of Thrones, and I thought that was pretty interesting. His character and stuff like that, being in Wayne Manor, I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then going to Titan's Tower.
Yeah.
That was really neat, And I just think that these characters are pretty interesting, and I think they wrap them up very well. I think Hawk and Dove are pretty cool. I think Mika Kelly is so hot, my God. And I just think that the way they introduced Jason Todd again as such a pain in the ass, like little brother who's not afraid of nothing. Like what did Hank say to him? What did
Hank's like, you're such an asshole, aren't you?
Yeah. Right. Like they were like everyone wanted to kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but he can hold his own in a fight, right? I mean, he's that kid that I don't know if you ever, I'm not a bully by no means, but that was a kid that he never stayed down, right? He always got up, he always kept going for more. So
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I can do this all day. So pretty excited about that. Justin, how about your thoughts on that?
I mean, I thought it was great as well. Like Roger said, unfortunately, so what happened was it was meant to be a 12-episode series. There was some problems behind the scenes. That's why it actually ended on the 11 episode where it was Dick Grayson. That was the episode number or name. Right. So yeah, it kind of was terrible because everybody was confused. You're all like, what was going on? Like it's Dick Grayson in like an in-between world. Like everybody thought, oh, Batman's coming, he's gonna kill everybody. Everything else was great. I think Raven's going to come into her character this season a lot.
Yes.
The teaser with Beast Boy with his maturing of his powers. Was really nice. I really liked Slade Wilson, of course, that tease at the end, and like you said, Titan's Tower is
brother.
Yeah.
And like you said, Titan's Tower is just going to be is awesome. They're in San Francisco, so I can't wait to see what else is going to happen.
Right. At Darkside Jedi, he was reading one of the omnibuses, and he had a whole layout of, what Titan's Tower was. So, Ryan, when you get a chance, man, you should do a video about the intricacies of Titan's Tower, because Titan's Tower, just like the Justice League, just like, the Avengers mansion, something like that, that is an iconic building.
Part of them as anything.
Right. The Baxter building and stuff like that. I think that's really neat. So, Ryan, you got some homework, get on it, get ready for it Wednesday night or whatever you can. But I'm all in on this version of the Titans. Now, we know that the Titans, my Teen Titans is Teen Titans #1 by George Perez and Marv Wolfman. I don't have any of the older books. Justin dropped the heat today and threw out all his books, right? And what books did you throw out today, Justin?
Oh, I mean, that thing was crazy. I had first Deathstroke, first Jason Todd as Robin, first Beast Boy, Starfire, Raven. Who else was on there from basically everybody that's on the show?
Right.
Who else? Damn, I can't even think. I had it.
So you just dropped it all. But what I was going to say, but then you bought something today on eBay, right?
Yes, and because I'm watching the show, I picked up a Showcase 75, which is first Hawk and Dove.
Right, by Steve Ditko. So for all you purists out there, remember, Steve Ditko was the creator of Hawk and Dove. So I'm really interested to see how they go with this. I think Trigon's going to come back. We know from the trailer that they're going to introduce Aqualad. Superboy is going to come up, right?
Crypto's
going to come up, right? Can't wait to see what they do with Wonder Girl and how they bring her into the story. She is not really too. Let's get that.
She reminds me a hell of a lot of the original Wonder Woman. What's her name?
Linda Carter. Yes,
she reminds
absolutely.
me a lot of her.
Yeah, her mannerisms and stuff like that. Absolutely. So that it's going to be really, really fun to see. So, man, I'm all in on this. But again, it's every week now. So, we could almost do a weekly show on how good the episode was and stuff like that. But the production, I think, was good. Trigon looked really cool. But again, it's a TV show, so they can only do so much with it. But what I really like about it is the way they do their lighting. I think the lighting is cool. I think the action sequences are really cool. And in this episode, I would like to see how powerful Raven really is.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, she gives you an idea that when she sends him back to hell.
Right.
You know?
Right. Imagine
She's got no heart for crying out.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. I'd like to see, and you wonder how she would class up against other characters like Jean Grey or the White Queen or something like that. Because Raven is really, really powerful. Yeah. So now I haven't heard any talk of Cyborg being in this.
She's like the Scarlet Witch of.
She really, yes. Good point. I haven't heard much talk about Cyborg being in it. So Justin, we don't think Cyborg's going to make an appearance, do we?
No, because he's in the Doom Patrol, and when that gets their season 2, that'll be on the HBO Max. So we're fine on that end.
Yeah, we're definitely so. Yeah, that was it, man. We really had a good time watching it. You know, we're gonna give you a whole breakdown of it, and we really, really enjoyed it. So, guys in the live chat, if you watched it, tell us what you thought about it, and we'll just go back and forth. So we got some time to kill. We got a bunch of guys hanging out with us. I think we're looking at almost 20 people in the live chat, which is great, especially since we have so many people.
Yeah, there's so much comic stuff going on tonight, guys. I know there's an auction. You got Simple Man Comics. There's tons of stuff that's going on. But thanks everybody for joining us on a Friday night, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on the rewind. So of course, we appreciate everybody checking us out, comment, and of course hit that like button at the bottom.
Right, absolutely.
Don't just watch. If it's subscribe.
Yeah, right. Who said
just
that?
like our longtime friend of the show.
Yeah, that's right. Our good friend Tom King, right? Our good friend Tom King said that. So I have some recent pulls that I've been holding. Okay, so I know what 2 of these books are.
All these?
With that, bring them all. Right, I've been holding on to these, and I don't know what's in. I do kind of know what's in some of them, but there's a couple books that I'm sending right to Erod to get pressed for Baltimore Comic-Con. So we're going to Baltimore Comic-Con, Justin and myself, and I've got so many books that I'm going to do for on-site grading. I think my entire budget is going to go towards grading. So I'm just going to go and have a good time, right? I'm just really going to go and enjoy myself because, well, no, let's face it, I'm putting it all on a credit
That's what
card.
I did on Terrificon.
Yeah, really, it's really. I'm
Second day, it was just talking to people. And
see what's there. All right. So this book, this might have been an impulse buy after 3 Men in a Basement, or actually after Lords of the Long Box, because, Ryan is buying up all these like Canadian variants.
What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing about it. He's.
You got a problem with Canadian.
I know I have a problem with Canadian. So we're going to see what this book is. I think this book is Excalibur. Yes, exactly right. So this book is Excalibur #1. This is the first print. This is the non-price variant that I picked up. And I'm going to get this book sent out. This is the first appearance of Excalibur. I didn't pay much for this book at all, but we were talking about it on Lords. I said, let me jump on this. And I remember somebody went on eBay and said, oh, they got it on eBay. I said, no, I just bought it. All right. So I just bought this one. So that's the first
Zero willpower.
Zero willpower, right? I got FOMO. You're missing out, man.
Zero
I missed out on tons of books,
A couple drinks in, stay off of eBay.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, my goodness. So I picked this one up and happy to have this book. Didn't pay much for it. But again, like we always said, I didn't see a graded copy of this for under $100. And, of course, if you can get it for under 100 graded, that's fine. But we didn't. So I've got this book. That's a raw book that I'm getting sent out. Next book right here. This is a book. I know what book this is. This is a book that I've never owned in all the years that I've collected comics. And I'm shocked that I never owned this book.
Is this Canadian too?
No, this is not Canadian. But this is a definite spec book. Well, it's not even a spec book now because it is coming to the big screen. She is coming to the big screen, and she's big and green. So this is my first copy of. We'll get rid of that. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, hit the camera.
Hit the camera. All right. This is my first copy of.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
You just bent it in half.
I know.
Now it's got a
My first copy of She-Hulk. All right. She-Hulk, the person that I bought this from, graded this at an 8.5 or 8 to 8.5. I don't believe so. I mean, I took a look at it. Swagger.88 just jumped on. What's up? Nate Oswaldo. Dude, Nate Oswaldo is the one who makes the slab stands. Okay. So I want to get Nate. I'm stopping the show right now because I want to get Nate on the show. and I want him to talk about what he does because these. Can you show the slab stand real quick? So this is my Hulk 181 slab stand, and this is by far a must-have for any comic book collector who wants to display their books. Okay, these things are amazing. He customizes it. He puts the decals on. It's made of solid wood. It's not plastic. So Nate, I'm going to get you on the show. Hopefully the next time we're going to talk about your product because it's absolutely fantastic. And I absolutely believe in it. But so awesome, awesome, awesome. But yes, so this is my first appearance. This is my first She-Hulk that I own, Savage She-Hulk #1. Book looks like it's in good shape. You know, it's got a little coloring. I mean, I'm hoping for with a good press, maybe around the 8.5, 9. I definitely can't afford the 9.8 in that.
I'll submit it for you.
Who's saying that? No, you got a kiss of death right there. No way.
It's all going to change for Terrificon.
Yeah, exactly.
My books are all coming back 9.8. Yeah.
Oh, cell service is back up. Randy Sloan in the house. Mr. Walkers. Yeah. So my first book right here of Savage She-Hulk, sending this out to Erod. I'm going to overload him with books. So if you're watching E, you're going to get some books. They're all shipping out tomorrow. All right. Now I have 2 slabs in here.
More
eBay stuff. I don't know what's in here. I honestly, God, I have no idea what this book is. I found this book under the bar, and I was saying to myself, when I have these packages, I'm like, I got something else in here, man. Where is this other book? And I was like, it's right there. Here, can you help me with that? Here, come and help me out. It's good to have some muscle around, you know? So, yeah. So let Beast Boy take care of it.
Or you can just use the knife, because it's pretty sharp when you use the right end.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't using the right end. So we'll see what book this is. All right. Well, this is another. Okay, this is a book that we talked about on Lords. And this is a book that I just bought the other version of it in a 9.8 because it was. Don't throw that popcorn everywhere. This is Excalibur #1 at a 9.8. And I didn't pay more than a C note for this. And I'm happy to have this book. You know,
what's that one? What was the other one you had?
That was the first appearance of Excalibur. This is Excalibur #1. But this book, I have a few copies raw. But again, to press it, to send it in and hope for it. For under a C note, Justin, we like sending that in, right?
Absolutely. Just buy that in a 9.8 if you're going to spend $100. Hey, there you go. You got a 9.8 copy.
Yeah. Roger, I'm not letting I am not letting Roger submit these books. No way.
You guys are awful.
Yeah. So I don't know what book this is. I honestly God don't know what book this is. And I don't even know the seller. So all right. So everybody, happy Friday to you. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm gonna show off 2 books while he's cutting that open.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
So I mean, I don't want to give away all my books because, of course, doing the Variant Spotlight, I love posting all my mail calls. But these 2 books are just too hot to not show off. So the first one is Ghost Spider #1, the Comic Mint.
Wow.
Shannon Mayer exclusive variant trade dress. This thing is absolutely beautiful, and to go with it, of course, the Virgin variant.
Of course, there you go.
This book is absolutely. Hopefully, Shannon's going to be at New York Comic-Con because it's going to get graded, and if it's signed and graded, if he's not, it's going with me to Baltimore and it's getting on-site graded because this thing, I'm telling you, in person, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Minty. That is, oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, it looks so photorealistic. It's unbelievable.
Photorealistic.
Who is the artist on that?
Shannon Mayer.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He's dropping so many books recently. He's got the Web of Black Widow. He had I can't even think of him. Everything that just they launch out for him literally sells out within a couple minutes. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So Brick Hunter says he's got 16 books at CGC. Can't wait. He said Modern Fast Track. It's been a month, still waiting. We got some books that are there. Boy, this dude wrapped the hell out of this book.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, that's some good. That's good packaging, man.
That's
That's
really good. Look at this.
Can't even slide it out.
Holy cow! So, guys, do us a favor. If you like our videos, please share them. I know you guys all do, but sharing our videos have really helped out. We just got our feedback because YouTube gives you your feedback, and this month alone, man, we hit over 100. We were plus 120 subscribers, and like our shares were like really high. So that's what we really want to do. So, I mean. Guys, we love this. This is fun for us, man. This is our way to escape. You know, we're all guys living in a real world, paying bills and stuff like that. My God, they double wrapped this book. So this is really what we enjoy. All right. Okay, so this is a great book. So you're not going to – this is a book that I bought from the NY Warriors live auction, okay? And I like to jump on it. If there's a book that I'm interested in, I'll go in on it. And the minute I started bidding on it, everybody in the live chat was like, "Oh, this is a spec book. Oh, this is a spec book. Otto must be specking on this." And I by no means was, but again, it was pretty unique because the book came out in '69. It's an Avengers 69, and it's the Mighty Avengers number 69. And then all of a sudden, we get the show notes from the Dark Lord himself, TiVo, and we start specking on one of the characters in this. So this is the first appearance of the Grandmaster, but it's the first appearance of the Squadron Sinister in cameo. And then really what TiVo was specking on was 70, because that's the first full appearance of that. But this is 69. Justin, remember we talked about that?
Yeah, we did.
So
Not too long ago.
Right, and I ended up grabbing it, and I forgot who sold it to me. But yeah, so I don't really have many Avengers books graded, but this is a Roy Thomas book. I just thought it was pretty cool, and for the price, I couldn't beat it. And pretty to have it. So Squadron Sinister. We're had a little for a pop socket there, but really cool. A lot of stuff going on. Sal Buscema, Roy Thomas, and just a neat book to have. So yeah. So is it a spec book? It probably is now. And just happy to have it. So good stuff here. So Danny Lee says, first time catching your soul. Always see you guys on Lords of the Long Box. That's right, man. We try to do everything. Try to do a little bit here and there. And Shannon's an amazing artist, but figure poses are sorry to look this out. Yeah, I don't know about Nate Oswaldo was saying Shannon's an amazing artist, but his figure poses are starting to look the same. But
I've seen that with a lot of the artists that continuously just do exterior covers or variant covers. Me and Dave in the Cave know from the Zenoscope artist Jamie Tyndall, Paul Green, to name a few guys. They constantly literally look like it's the same pose, and it's all it is just changing one or two different things. But I totally agree with Nate that from what I'm seeing is these covers are starting to kind of look exactly the same every month or every 2 weeks as soon as they drop a new exclusive. The newest one I think was just Comic Exposure had one for Amazing Spider-Man 30, which was like Mary Jane, and kind of she looks like she's carnaged. She's got like an arm that's starting to get red. Yeah. So again, that's what it is.
Interesting. So yeah, so those are my pickups. I know you picked up some books that you didn't bring.
I did. I didn't
You're very
bring.
busy right now.
Yeah, so I bought the whole when Unknown Comics was dropping there. You could buy an entire set of the carnagized variants from all the different books, and I really wanted the Captain Marvel and Spider-Gwen, and they were part of this group. So I don't know, it was like $75, and I got it's like 23 books. They're all different covers of the carnagized variants. They're pretty cool.
23 books?
Yeah, 23 books.
Really?
Yeah, and the only problem is you got to wait until the last one is released before they send you all of them.
Okay.
Like I just recently picked up the Spawn 300 when I bought it like a month ago.
Okay.
But it gave me $298, $299, $300 all Amazing Spider-Man cover swipes.
Interesting. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's neat.
So I should be getting that this week, I would imagine, because it came out this week. 300, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Spawn 300. I did pick up a few of them. Justin, did you jump on those at all? Oh, he left. All right, Justin took off, so he'll be back in a minute. So we're going to talk about a few other things, but I do have another 2 books to give away. All right. So we got a bunch of guys. I am. We got a lot of new people in the chat, man. And I really appreciate that. So I do have 2 books, X-Men 212 and 213. So I'm going to give these 2 books away. And these books are interesting because these are the first time Sabretooth and Wolverine met.
So first person to knock on your front door?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I did have some notes here, but I don't know what I did with them. All right. All right. That's okay. Well, that's always happens when you watch stuff live here with us. So let's think of a question. What are we going to do for a question? Let me see.
I don't know, man. What do we got? We got Uncanny X-Men. What do you got? 209 and 210? Is that what the 2 issues are?
You know what? Let's bring this back to. Did we talk about Jason Todd's first appearance and what book that was?
No, we have not. That's actually a pretty good question.
That's a great question. So bringing it back to the Teen Titans. Are you guys talking to Teen Titans, or are you talking? Yeah, we were talking a little bit about the Titans. We already talked about that a little bit. So I'm going to ask this question to the live chat right now, and the first person that can answer, what book was the first appearance of Jason Todd as Robin? Okay, please tell me who that is and I will ship these 2 X-Men books to you. So I really appreciate that.
To the DC question, we'll send you some Marvel stuff.
Yes, exactly. But I've been sitting on these books and I've been holding on to them, and I know they're cool books. So if somebody can tell me who the first appearance of Jason Todd as Robin is, I will ship these books out to you. All right. I'm gonna just check.
And it can't be Darkside Jedi, or no, it can be.
Yeah.
Someone else has to be able to Google faster than Darkside Jedi.
Yeah. Our next auction.
9 Inch Nails. No. Rags, he says Batman 654. That's Damian. Batman 457. Lord Tim. That is Tim Drake. That's not Jason Todd. Danny Lee got it. Batman 368.
368. There we go. Good job. All right. So Danny Lee, DM me on Instagram. It's Everett_Otto, or just hit me up. Just leave your information in the contacts. I'll send that to you. But we do have a few other people jumping in. We got Rag78, 9 Inch Squares, a lot of guys that don't typically join us in the grotto. But man, this is it. This is the grotto. This is where we enjoy ourselves.
That's
Man. And we're just
sometimes
always
we spend a little too much time down here.
Yeah, exactly. And the next day's a little rough. So we've given away 2 good books, 2 good sets of books to some good friends and stuff like that.
It's rough when we come out of here and it's still daylight.
Yes, exactly, man. So we've got that stuff. We've got some other stuff. Justin, you want to touch on anything real quick?
Yeah, I'm kind of reading Mr. Lords of the Long Box, Tim's scoop for Moon Knight.
Oh yeah. We have a scoop right now?
Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, we don't have a cool graphic to throw up, but I'm kind of
Moon Knight scoop.
It is a Moon Knight scoop. I can tell you, I'm kind of just going to read it verbatim because I'm not used to going off script like this. But so what we have is it says the official announcement of Moon Knight as a TV series was no surprise. He said, let's get it out of the way. It should be obvious being on Disney Plus. The series will definitely not be rated R because, of course, being on Disney Plus. It's going to have, if you've read both the Bill Doug Mackey and Bill Sienkiewicz, Moon Knight run from the 80s, it's going to be heavily on that, though. So it's, that's kind of a brutality.
Yep.
However, just because it's PG-13 doesn't Moon Knight will be watered down. The Winter Soldier was PG-13, and that was a series of many punches, guns. So when I inquired about Moon Knight a few weeks ago, they still had no showrunner, no actor for Moon Knight, and that still hasn't changed. So there's no one that's been cast or anything. But here's what we do know. Marvel's version of Moon Knight with weird, mystical stuff. In other words, they are planning on showing I'm sorry, I can't read this. Khonshu, yeah. Delving into the freaky Egyptian aspects of the character. Given given that's on Disney Plus, this will receive the Feige red carpet treatment. This will not be street level Marvel Netflix with a Sundance Sundance movie budget. So just like, if you guys remember Daredevil and Iron Fist, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
They want Moon Knight on buildings and his flying cape and all. When Moon Knight was originally going to be on Iron Fist, which was replaced by someone else known as Typhoid Mary, it was more focused on the ex-military and mercenary angle. Some of that will find its way here, but let's turn and face the Strange. And now it says Doctor Strange ?
Really?
All
right. So what you just read is kind of what Feige said.
Yeah, and I just want to give credit. That was given to us by Mikey Sutton. So Tim, thank you so much for giving that to us.
Yeah, Mikey Sutton, thank you very much for telling us that information. But listen, this is what Feige said in all of 7 sentences about Moon Knight. He said he might be crazy, he might be embedded with the powers of the moon god Khonshu, or he's a mercenary left for dead. And this is exactly, oh my God, if they do this right, this is going to be exactly what you're hoping for, because, as Moon Knight, during the Fist of Khonshu, he was embedded with those powers. He was left for dead. It's really, really incredible. Mark Spector has multiple personalities, and just to see them wrap this up, just to see the way that was just read, and what I inferred from Feige and what we talked about 4 weeks ago, was exactly what I hoped to hear, man. That is just absolutely fantastic. And, Werewolf by Night 32, that's beyond heating up now, right? I mean, I could only imagine how many of those sold after that announcement. High grade, mid grade, and now even the other books, the Bill Sienkiewicz books. Now, when Bill Sienkiewicz did Moon Knight for me, it was in the late 80s, mid 80s, right? And he's a very abstract artist, right? And as a kid, man, I was always into Dave Cockrum and John Byrne, very detailed, very character driven. I couldn't appreciate it. But now as an adult, Sienkiewicz's art to me is just absolutely fantastic, man. I ogle over it. And there's a couple covers that he did where like there's like a wolf, it's all black, and then he's got a couple versions of Moon Knight on it. And I would love to have those books in high grade, man, because it's a really cool thing. Nice. So I'm really, really hoping that this is a home run. And from what you just read, from what Feige said at D23, I think this is just going to be a home run. So I'm all in on this book. Absolutely. All right. So, Justin, you got a big shout out right here.
Yeah. 9 square inches. Yeah. Thanks for checking out part 1 of my slab sketch video. I am doing part 2 this weekend. Unfortunately, I had too many slabs, so I'm actually going to break it up into a third part. And probably down the line, I will do another 4th part of sketches that I don't have slabbed. So be on the lookout for that this weekend on our channel, 3 Men in a Basement, part 2 of the sketch slab show off.
Right. Now, do you just want to elaborate just a little bit on how, without, telling us your secrets or your industry secrets, do you plan on, do you contact the artist before the show to get a sketch?
Yeah, I kind of delve into that just very briefly in the video. So the way I I'll kind of show you what I did for New York Comic Con. So right now, New York Comic Con, I actually have 4 pre-commissioned set up.
Gotcha.
What I do is I either contact the artist previously, if I've ever worked with them before. I sometimes have their email, or I hit them up on their Facebook, on their Instagram, and I just say, "Hey,
so
are you
contact them? You DM them, you find their information, you get a hold of them, right?"
Yes. So that's one way. Another way is once an artist actually posts on their Instagram, Facebook, saying I'm taking pre-commissions, boom, I immediately contact the artist. I say, what are your prices? What are your options? And then I kind of go from there. So I will tell you that the 4 sketches that I have set up, I won't tell you what they are. I will tell you the artists that I do have them set up. One is Livio Ramondelli. And if you guys watched my part 1 video, Livio does a lot of Transformers stuff. So Transformers. He did the Grimlock, and he did the Starscream.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did the Grimlock and the Starscream from that one. And you will see another one coming up, probably in either part 2 or part 3, depending on how I have it set.
Yeah.
I do have a new artist that I met at the Garden State Comic Fest, Ben Harvey. He does some covers for IDW. I am sending him a Teen Titans blank. So that's a little tease of what's going to be on it.
Teen Titans are back, bitches.
I have Elias Chadzudis. He is a Zenoscope artist. He does, if you guys saw the first video, he did my Big Barda. He is going to be showing up in my other videos as well. I sent him a Mickey Mouse Walt Disney sketch cover.
Really?
So, yeah. So be prepared to see what's going to be on that sketch cover. And last but not least, I sent Ryan Kincaid a Harley Quinn blank. So he will be working on some type of Harley Quinn that is not classic, not New 52, not Rebirth style. So be on the lookout for that.
All right. And then those books will get directly sent to CGC?
Yes, I will. I will pick them up at New York Comic Con. And of course, I will have CGC with me and this whole new process that they're doing. So,
right. Now, I like that process, to be honest with you.
So even with the new process, you send these books ahead of time and they'll verify them for you?
No, I actually send the blanks directly to the artist.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Well, no. So I send them to the artist. The artist works on them, and then I can pick it up day 1 at a show instead of trying to rush to an artist that day and get it done.
Right. All right. So when we were at Terrificon, that's awesome, Justin. I mean, your sketch cover is unbelievable. I haven't even dwelled into that. My collection is not even close to anything like that.
Oh, now that I got a commission from Tucci.
Man, yeah, right. Now you're hooked, right?
Hooked. I can't wait till the next one. Someone do it. I don't even care if I get you to do it.
Well, yeah. I have a sketch by our good friend Tom King.
Yeah, long time friend of the show, Tom King.
Yeah.
So figures.
For those of you guys that don't know,
Science.
CGC has a different way of doing their signatures, their drop-offs, and stuff like that. And I actually thought it was pretty effective.
Well, it's not for everybody.
Well, it's not for everybody, but it was
select artists. There was only 2 artists, right?
Well, no, when you're dropping off, but I'm saying you check it at the kiosk. and then when you're ready to submit your books, they call you up. You know what I mean? Or they put the books in a Ziploc.
Yeah.
And they've got the Ziploc, and you hand it in, and they seal it. You know what I mean? So you're not kind of stuck to somebody. So ultimately, in a nutshell, the system is you go to the CGC stands, and you put your name, you put your email in, and then you can get in a virtual line, okay, to submit books. And then they'll tell you'll get an email, walk around. Like, I was really antsy, so I was just kind of hanging around trying to get into it. And Justin's looking at me like, dude, you're wasting your time right here. You should be walking around. I'm like, I know, but I'm antsy. Like, I couldn't, whatever. So I went and walked around, and then like 30 minutes later, the virtual number came up. So I went in and I handed CGC my books, and I got them submitted. Then when you went for signatures, the witness was with you, and he'll write who you did the autograph with. They'll put a card in it, and he takes like a Ziploc bag, like a money bag from a bank, seals it, and that's what you bring to CGC sealed. Right, Justin?
Yeah, exactly. They give it to you like almost like, nuke proof in a bag. I'm just blown away with the new process. And I've been doing CGC now for, I'd say 6-7 years. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Right. And I thought that was pretty efficient. So just interesting the way they did that. And I thought it was very effective. We'll have to go to see what happens at Baltimore Comic-Con, for the online submissions or for the turnaround. So that being said, I got a ton of books that I'm going to bring to the on-site grading. Why the on-site grading? One, I want instant gratification. Two, I do think they have too many hands. There's too many books. So you might get a half a point here, a half a point there, or something like that. I think you could.
I might get
you might, right. I might get a
2
full.
points.
You might get the half. So I've got some books that I'm going to show off real quick, and books that I'm going to drop off. These are all going to be pressed, though. I just want you to know they're all going to be pressed and clean. So X-Men number 9, good spec book. First time Avengers and the X-Men battled. I've got Spider-Man 124, a great Bronze Age book. First appearance of Man-Wolf. We talked about that as a spec book. And I also picked up his second appearance, 125. These books are pretty decent. 125 is better than the 124. So I'm thinking, 8 5s and 9s. I have 2 copies of OMAC number 1, because this is a book that we spec'd on. This is Kirby Greatness. Obviously, one looks cleaner than the other. But I do want to have both of them sent out, because if OMAC does become a character, it's better to have 2 copies than one. And this is pretty inexpensive to have. So I'll keep one for the personal account. I am going to submit both of them and see how they come back. I was able to pick up at the Honey Hole, our LCS, 3 copies of Secret Wars number 1. I'm hoping for high grades on all 3 of them. I'll definitely keep one of them for the personal collection. Yeah, thanks. You just jinxed it. I got 2 9/8s and a 9/4 right there. Oh, let's get out of here. So yeah,
linear
8 O's across the board, right? So I do have 3 copies of these that I'm going to submit. Happy about those.
Smart.
And the next book was one of my biggest purchases from Terrificon. It is House of Secrets, number 92, my first Swamp Thing. A book that I didn't buy because the show came out. I honestly, guys, I didn't. I've been into this kick with looking at books that are rarer on the CGC census than most books. And this book is kind of hard to find in the CG census for the total number of books. So
really?
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of them. You don't see a lot of them at shows. You might see, one person might have, one copy in their personal collection, or somebody's after it. Justin, how did you have a copy of this, right?
Yeah, I have a copy. I bought it from Dave and Adams, I believe it was last year. Yeah. They had a bunch of books. I contacted them as far as a kind of like a package deal. Yeah. It was part of a 4-book lot. So I was able to get a good deal on all 4 books that I picked up. So I was, pretty happy to have it. Even in a low grade, and this was before the show was even announced. I mean, even in low grade, it was pretty pricey. So high grade, it's just it's a really hard book, because it's similar to the monster horror books of the Marvel. It's kind of like a Fing Fang Foom.
It really is, right?
It's not a showcase. It's not a Brave and the Bold. It's not Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman type of thing. It's a random book, so it's a very low print run. Right.
Of House of Secrets, of Swamp Thing. Nobody thought it would be good. It's a 15-center. What I understand, Bernie writes in, Walt Simonson, Louise Simonson. T-Bill's going to kill me on this. Tomato. But from what I understood, when I was talking to some artists about this, and I can't wait to talk to Louise Simonson, is going to be at Baltimore. I believe that she was the actual model for this that the cover was done after her. So back then, so that was pretty interesting. So that book is going to set grade wise. I think this is a 4.5 to 5 at Terrificon when we did our live show. Man from Beantown was there. Amazing Murphinator. Roger was there. We all kind of talked about what we thought would be the grade. So I'm thinking 4.5 to 5. I bought it from J&S Collectibles. Shout out to them. Steve gave me a great price on that. So always check them out. They got big time books and they're always willing to work with you, especially drop our names because they are friends of the show. Next two books I have that I'm hoping for come back the same grade. And these are pretty linear books. X-Men 141, 142, 141. I'm hoping with a press they come back 9.2s, 9.4s, somewhere around there. But just, Days of Future Past, great story, two-story arc. Fantastic. The movie was fantastic. The more and more I watch it, the more and more I love it. So these books are going to be pressed and submitted. And then last book is a spec book that I only have one copy of. Some other people in this group might have 5 of them, but I only do have one copy of Devil Dinosaur #1. And I did pick this up actually at a flea market for a great price. And at the flea market, you take your chances, but, it looked in good shape. Spine looks in good shape. So with a press, I'm hoping 8.5, maybe 9.0, 9.2 at best. So, man, I have all these books are getting sent out. They're getting packaged tomorrow morning. They're going to get sent to Erod. Hopefully he can work his magic before Baltimore. I'm going to bring them all to Baltimore, drop down the American Express, and be like, all right, let's go. So really looking forward to that. So those are my books that we're going to bring to Baltimore. Justin, you've got your commissions or you got your stuff from New York. Are you bringing stuff to Baltimore to get graded?
Yeah, I will be bringing some stuff to Baltimore. I really don't know what yet.
Talk about your BA12, dude.
Oh yeah, I cracked a 9.4 Batman Adventures 12. Sent it to my presser, the comic book presser, on Instagram and on his website comicbookpresser.com. He definitely touched it up because when I originally bought it years ago and sent it in the CGC, it definitely looks like a bump. I'm hoping a 9.6, if not a 9.8. So
right. There's
happens. But yeah, that's one of the biggest books that I have to bring to Baltimore. And I'm sure there's some other random books that I want to bring just to send in.
Yeah. Amazing Asian says, sell me one of those Secret Wars auto. You never know. Hit me up on Instagram.
Man from Beantown said as soon as I touched it, it looked like a corner fell out.
Thanks. The KOD right here.
I'm seriously thinking about cracking that Teen Titans 12 8.0 and sending it to Baltimore with you.
You really should. You got nothing to lose.
Might as well document the whole thing so I can send it to CGC.
Exactly.
When it comes back at 9.8.
So please tell all of our new listeners, all of our new watchers, the story about your Teen Titans 12. Listen, okay?
The only problem.
I don't mean to bring back the pain. I don't mean to bring back the pain. No, I don't. No, I don't.
So I still, for the life of me, can't figure out how a modern book that was read once, bagged and boarded, with dark, glossy pages gets an off-white grading.
Right.
At an 8.0.
At an 8.0. A modern 8.0.
I could have had the thing roll up in my back pocket, submitted by one of you, and it came back at 9,
Right.
An 8.0 with off-white pages.
So you definitely think that there's an error with that.
And the same shipment, Pat's 8.0, Captain Marvel comes back at 9.8. Get out of here. Just stop it.
They're flip-flops.
Yeah, they're
flip-flops.
So, is it worth the money for me to do it? Maybe just for the
just to tell the story, because every book has a story, right?
And
that's something that we talk about here. Every book has a story. That's why we like to show you guys these books, because we often joke that you can jump on eBay, you can drop the credit card, stuff like that, but this is the thrill of the hunt. Now listen, if that book comes back, you take care of that. That book comes back 9.8, man. You're where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. So, but I mean, to have an 8.0 off-white pages with a modern book, the thing's never seen the light of day.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's unbelievable.
So
it's unbelievable.
Right. So we do have that video up on 3 Minute in the Basement. Rogers often joked, well, first of all, I thought he was going to crack the slab.
I almost
like WWE style.
I almost threw it across the
room. Like Superfly Snooker when he got hit with the coconut by Roddy Piper, right?
Screw you and your karate chops.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you going to crack it and press it, or you just want to crack it and send it back in?
That's a good question.
Those are very good questions.
I mean, I would crack it and have CGC Blue Label Comics press it.
Right. Real quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Have them do a quick press and just see what it comes back.
Yeah.
That could be.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it. I mean,
I thought he didn't press glossy monitors though.
I don't know. We'd have to ask him, but but it's, TGC Blue Label Comics is a good presser, so maybe he can work his magic and he'll figure out what happens from there. So, yeah, man, these are the trials and tribulations that you have here. I've got
Dave in the case is going to come back at 7.5. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Mr. 9.8.
Mr. 9.8, right?
Yeah.
Mr. 9.8. So, man,
what are you drinking? Don't choke on it.
Yeah. So it's really fun. Like, we've got tons of books from Terrificon that are there. We're going to do a live unboxing.
Oh, absolutely. JLS Comics says crack it.
Crack it.
I'm really looking forward to getting those Crane books back.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really,
no, I'm excited too. Those are 8 books between myself and you two. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see those signed and slabbed up.
Right. So just so you guys know, at Terrificon, I brought my Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was a 4.0 resto. Okay. 4.0 resto, C1 resto. I paid for them to remove the resto, have it regraded. I'm hoping it comes back a 3.0. Financially, if it comes back a 2.5, I'm flush. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm flush. But if it comes back anything higher, I'm definitely, plus on that book. I finally did see Dennis for Comics and I gave it a good look over. I saw it when it happened. And if you watched our other show, when we did the live unboxing, you can dig back in our 3 Men in the Basement videos. You can see when I found out that it had a purple label, or even our buddy Pat, CGC Blue Label Comics, had like a conversation with Justin behind the scenes, right? Justin, you want to talk about that real quick? Because that was a funny story.
Which is that
when the purple label.
Yeah. So our sponsor, Blue Label Comics, contacted me via Instagram.
He knows I don't like to look at the grades, right? We don't like to look at the grades.
So he contacted me via Instagram and he goes, he's like, I got some bad news. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, I got the Amazing Spider-Man 4 and it's got resto on it. And I go, he's like, should I tell Everett or should I just wait for you guys to do the live unboxing? I go, I wouldn't tell Everett at all, because that is what we're always about. We're always doing live unboxings so you guys can see our expressions when you get it, whether it's Rogers 8.0, whether it's, Pat's 9.8, it's your resto, something for me, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it happens to the best of us, but at least you're seeing our faces and our expressions.
Yeah.
As it comes.
There's no hiding that.
Absolutely. It's real.
Look back at my expression with that 8.0. There's no hiding that.
It's all in real time. So
Dave, I did not have him do the rainbow because I didn't even know that was an option until I waited in line for Crane and just had him sign a book not certified. After he signed it, I realized for $5 more you can have him do the rainbow. I definitely would have done that. Now I know.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what happens. Now I have my first Doom, Fantastic Four. I have that. Joe Sinnott was supposed to be at Terrificon. He canceled. It was kind of an underlining thing. It wasn't headline, but when I talked to Mitch Halleck, he said he was going to be there. Couldn't make it, so I cracked my 3.5 first Doom, had it pressed, and then I was going to have him sign it. Then he canceled, so I'm taking a chance on seeing how that book comes back. I got a bunch of moderns. I have 2 Captain Britons, 2 Captain Britain number 1s. First appearance of him, double signed by Claremont and Steranko. One with the mask, one without. The one with the mask was a 9.0. And when Erod pressed it, he killed it on this. So that book might come back maybe a 9.2, I'm hoping. Double side, and that book is something you don't see a lot in the census. I have a bunch of modern books there also. And I do have an X-Men 101 First Phoenix signed by Claremont. And that book, I think it'll be about a 6.5, 7.5. That's from my personal collection. That was a book that I bought as a kid. And that book I'm going to keep in my personal collection. So, yeah, so we got some books coming in. We're dropping more books. So what did you have?
So I had the Venom, the Amazing Spider-Man cover swipe. I believe that was a Conn exclusive. The Virgin and trade dress Crane variant. So I had him sign those.
Yep.
And then he had the 3. Actually, those are the ones I had him sign. And I also submitted 3. They were the Unhook Lee. Unhook, I don't even know how to say
Unhook Lee.
They were Venom, Carnage, and Anti-Venom variants of Black Cat, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, those were Mark Brooks.
Were they?
Yes. Yeah, that was Mark Brooks.
All right. Either way, the 3 of those. you know, I didn't have any of them pressed. They're brand new. I never took them out of the thing, never read them. You know, I bought those from maybe like an unknown or something, came back and boarded. I wasn't going to waste the money to have them pressed.
Right.
They'll probably come back a 9.4 because I didn't have them pressed. So, and then I had, I'm sitting there trying to remember, I had a 9.8 that I bought. That the slab was cracked, so I was just having it re-slab, and now I can't remember which one it was.
It was a Spider-Man book.
It was a Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure it was in like an ASM 300 cover swipe.
It was a cover swipe,
but I don't remember which one it was.
No, I do remember that. I do remember
so
that.
I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head. So
well, we had a busy weekend that weekend. Not only were we at a con, we had a lot of weekends.
Yeah,
I mean, we had a lot of blackjack.
Yeah,
we had a lot of
blackjack. You won after I left.
That's right. You gave me a good
I
luck after
it,
you left.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it back on those Teen Titans.
Yeah, take it back. All right, guys. So we're going on almost an hour of chatting it up with you guys. It's been a great show. A lot of new listeners or a lot of new watchers jumped in with us. Let me just tell you a few things that are happening. September 21st, if you live in the Northeast, please come to the second 3 Men in the Basement comic swap. I'll put the details in the description, and it's going to be in Newington, Connecticut at a local bar and pub, the BRICKHOUSE Pub. I will have a menu for us that you can purchase for food. I'll have a nice buffet. But more importantly, it's about getting everybody together from the Northeast to buy, sell, and swap. The biggest gripe I'm hearing right now is you got to pay tax on eBay.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you get a good deal on eBay, you're paying tax. Right, Justin?
Yeah, absolutely. Worst thing ever.
Worst thing ever. So, fair trade is something that, we want to keep with. I know CGC Blue Label Comics will be there. I know that my boys, M&M Collectibles, guys that I just met, that I've been talking to for quite some time, will be there. Plus a lot of local collectors. And what's great about it is there's 2 comic shops in our area that you'll be able to get a discount. So Heroes and Hitters is in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. So Rocky Hill, Connecticut is 10 minutes from Newington. Heroes and Hitters that day will be offering 20% off all back issues if you mention the 3 Men in a Basement comic swap. So please do that day.
Thank you, Wayne and Eileen.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Wayne and Eileen, our good friends. The Eye Opener, who always gives you good prices, is literally right around the corner from where the swap will be.
Yeah, you can walk there.
Yeah, you really can. They will be giving you a discount that day. They always give good prices, so they'll always be giving you a good price for that. And I'm also working with another shop called Richie's Comic Cabana. That's in Waterbury, Connecticut. So for those of you guys that are coming from 84, I'm going to be talking to them for you guys to get some type of discount in your travels, because I know that when you make these road trips for comics, you stop at local comic shops.
Yeah, sure.
And we're all about making those connections. So the swap will be from 1 to 5. We're going to be doing a live show. We're going to be having 3 Men in a Basement variant T-shirts, only available that day, right?
They're,
so
1 in 100.
1 in 100 limited edition T-shirts that you can purchase from us. Just for coming, I'm going to raffle off a 9.8 Wolverine book. We're going to be doing another raffle. I've got raffle. Roger's in charge of trivia. The trivia has been an absolute blast. So this isn't just coming and just looking at books. This is interacting, buying, raffling, talking,
good time,
having some cocktails, food, drinks, stuff like that.
Telling stories.
Yep, absolutely. You can tell stories about maybe an artist you met.
It'd be like tonight, except you guys are all there.
Yes, exactly. You're all hanging
chatting
out
in the chat room.
Right. So please remember, September 21st, the BRICKHOUSE Pub, 1 to 5 in Newington, Connecticut. It's going to be an absolute blast. Bring the books that you want to buy. Bring the books that you want to sell. Bring the books that you want to trade. That will be absolutely fantastic.
Or come with money if you want to just buy.
Yeah, and check out the local spot, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So we've got that planned. We've got the new T-shirts, and that's really it. So Justin, before I wrap up, anything for you, brother?
Yeah, we got my part 2 video for Variant Spotlight's comic sketch show off coming up this weekend. Be sure to check that out if you haven't seen part 1. Go ahead and check that out this weekend. Guys, comment on it. Let me know what you guys think. Which one of is your favorite sketches? Definitely be sure to check in for part 2 and part 3, because I have still a lot to show off. So it's going to be some killer books, some killer sketches from some awesome artists. So be sure to check that out. And of course, always like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep. Raj, how about you, brother?
All right. I'm just looking forward to the comic swap.
Yep. You got to bring the heat when you bring this trivia.
Yeah, I'll bring it. I'll bring it. I'm not bringing any books this time. I brought some last time. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave the book space for people who are traveling. I'm going to go there looking to maybe buy some stuff and stump you on some trivia.
All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we're going to wrap it up, you guys. Thank you very much for chatting up with us. I know there's other shows. Thank you very much for watching us on the live chat. So Comment, share. We'll talk about all that stuff. I apologize for the background noise. My kids are all over the place. It's a very busy house. So hold on. I'm going to yell at them in a second. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up. So always check out Dark Side Jedi. Check out TiVo. My brothers at Lords of the Long Box. The Black Knight Report has absolutely been killing it. The videos are getting over 1,000 views, 1,500 views. So I'm going to wrap up again. So on behalf of my brothers of Lords of the Long Box, on behalf of myself, Roger Levesque, Bernie 1869, who's not here, Nemesis Prime, I am Otto. We are 3 Men in the Basement. We are signing out. Peace.
Go blue.
Peace out, guys. Thank you for joining.